Good morning, all of you. So today we are going to talk on PCR technique. Okay, so PCR, which stands for polymerase chain reaction, right? So here you can see the definition of polymerase chain reaction. Why they named it as a polymerase? Because in this technique they uses DNA polymerase. That's why they named this technique like PCR or polymerase chain reaction. So this technique like PCR is technology in a molecular biology which is used to amplify a single or a few copies of DNA across several orders, generating thousands and millions copies of particular sequence. That means by using this technique you can amplify the DNA, means from single or few copies. If you are taking from DNA, you will make a thousands copies of or millions copies of that particular sequence which is present in that DNA. Okay, so that is basic meaning of this PCR technology. Okay, so this PCR, it takes a specific sequences of DNA of a small amount and they amplifies it to be used for further testing. Means in this technique you can take a small sequence of that DNA and by that you will get a, or you can simply amplify that sequence for further testing. Okay, so this technique, it relies on the thermal cycling, means it contains thermal cycler. Okay, and consisting of cycles of repeated heating and cooling of the reaction for DNA melting and enzymatic role of that. Means in this technique there is a one enzyme which is very useful, that is polymerase enzyme. So how this technique actually proceeds, that we will see. Okay, so polymerase chain reaction, it includes three major steps. You all are familiar with this technique, right? So this PCR techniques, it includes three major steps. First step, that is a denaturation process. Then second process is the annealing process, and third one is the extension process. Okay, so denaturation, simply you can like we have seen in the proteins, right? So we can denature that protein or you can denature the enzymes. So similarly here also the first major step, that is a denaturation process. So the reaction mixture, means whatever we have taken like a sequence of the DNA, we can call it as a reaction mixture. So that in first step, that reaction mixture is heated to a temperature between 90 to 98 degrees Celsius, which is the first step where DNA strands are separated. Okay, in the first step क्या होता है, after denaturation you will get a separated DNA strand. So by that you can say कि DNA is denatured, which is at 95 degrees Celsius, or you can say 90 to 98 degrees Celsius. At that temperature you can denature that protein, sorry, that DNA. Okay, then you can you can say how they denature. So there is a disruption of the hydrogen bonds, right? Because that hydrogen bonds, they are present in that complementary basis. Okay, so if you are breaking that bonds, you will say ki there is a denaturation, right? Then second step, that is a annealing process. So it is the process in which two strands of DNA, they are allowed to form a hydrogen bonds. Okay, that means first step मध्ये काय झालं, denaturation. In second step annealing, means they allowed the hydrogen bond reformation, right? So annealing is the fancy word for renaturation process, like means that is totally opposite to your denaturation process, right? So ह्याच्यामध्ये काय होतं, reformation होतं hydrogen bonds, means they allow it for formation of hydrogen bonds. Okay, so in this process what happens, your reaction mixture जे काही टेम्परेचर असेल, टेम्परेचर ऑफ रिॲक्शन मिक्सचर इज कूल टू 45 to 60 degrees Celsius, or you can say 55 degrees Celsius to 65 degrees Celsius. So in between that you can allow it, means whatever mixture you have heated in first step, that is 95 degrees Celsius, in second step you have to cool that mixture, right? So by that you will get the reformation of hydrogen bonds, that is the annealing process, or you can call it as a renaturation process. Okay, then third step, that is the extension process. So by name you can easily understand what is mean by extension, right? So this is the process in which nucleotides, they are added to primer by Taq polymerase enzyme. Okay, so here in this step Taq polymerase enzyme has a major role to add that primer into the, means that nucleotides into that primer. Okay, so this is at 72 degree Celsius. Okay, so temperature is now shifted to 75 degrees Celsius, right, which is an ideal for the polymerase enzyme, and then only that enzyme is useful to add that nucleotides onto that primer. Okay, so the primer, they are extended by the joining the base is complementary to the DNA strands, right. So these are the basic or major steps of like a PCR technique. So here you can see there is a thermal cycle or general instrument for PCR techniques. Now we'll see the protocol, or you can simply say ki, how this process is actually carried out. Okay, so these are the constituents, or you can say the major components which are required for PCR technique, like target DNA molecule, which starts from 5 prime to 3 prime, 3 prime to 5 prime. Okay, there is a complementary strands of DNA. Then left side you can see there is a primers, like the amount of that primer they have mentioned, like 0.1 to 0.5 μm. Okay, then free nucleotides which we have to add on that primer, right. So there is a tag DNA polymerase enzyme which is in a 1 to 2.5 units, and buffer containing magnesium. Okay, so you can see these are the components of PCR. Okay, now the first step we can see here, target DNA. When we are treating that target DNA or reaction mixture at 95 degrees Celsius, you can see there is a separation of strands, right. So तिथं काय होतं, denaturation होतं त्या DNA strands and you will get two separate DNA strand, that is a denaturation process. Then next step, that is a annealing, which is a renaturation process, means they allow to form a again hydrogen bonds. Okay, so in last slide you can see there is a breakdown of hydrogen bond, that's why they complementary strands, so that they are separated, right. But in second step, that they allow to form a again hydrogen bonds. By that you can say there is a renaturation. So at this step you have to cool that reaction mixture, right. So at 55 degrees Celsius la reaction mixture cool होणार आहे, and then this means you have to allow it for a reformation of a bonds. Okay, so there is a action of primer. So primer काय करतात, add करायला लागतात. Then in next step you can see there is an extension, which is means your temperature is shifted to the 72 degrees Celsius. Now you have to add that nucleotides, right, left side right side nucleotides is that nucleotides you have to add into that polymer by the enzyme, that is Taq polymerase. You can see in a blue color, that is a Taq polymerase, which is used to add that nucleotide sequence on that primer. Okay, by that you will get the strands of that, means you will get the amplified DNA, or copies of DNA which is produced by a single or like primer you have used, right. So in the next, here you can see the elongation step, means means they are primers, they are extended by joining the bases complementary to DNA strands, right. The elongation step continues where the polymerase adds DNTPs, right, from 5 prime to 3 prime and reading the template from 3 prime to 5 prime. You can easily say there the bases are added complementary to the template. Okay, now first cycle is over. You can say, means ह्या जे का 3 स्टेप परफॉर्म केल्यानंतर you can say की first cycle is move over and next cycle is continue. Okay, so as PCR machine is automated thermocycler, the same cycle is repeated up to 30 to 40 times. So that is a general protocol about the PCR techniques. Okay, now we see the modification of this PCR. So this technique has like different applications, you can say advantages, also it has some disadvantages. Now we'll see one by one like advantages of this PCR techniques, and then we go for a modifications of PCR. Okay, so I'll tell you in short like advantages of PCR. So in like you have performed this technique, right, so you need a small amount of DNA, right. So small amount of DNA is required for this technique, that is a big advantage, right. Then result obtained more quickly, means whatever result we wanted, that can be obtained very quickly, like you can say within a 1 day for PCR. Then usually not necessary to use radioactive material, like P32 is a radioactive material, right, for the PCR. So that is also important advantage. Then it is much more precise in determining the sizes of alleles, which are essential for some disorders, right? So much more precise this technique. And also it can be used to detect the point mutations, right? So these are the advantages of PCR techniques, and it has disadvantage also. So contamination, जे काही contamination होतं during this process, that contamination can be a serious problem, or you can say serious issue, due to the extreme sensitivity. So you have to avoid this contamination to get the proper result. Okay, so contamination can be a serious problem. So these are the disadvantage and advantages of the PCR techniques. Now we'll see applications, means where you can use this technique. So in different fields, you can say, like in sequencing. For sequencing you can use PCR. Then in molecular identification you can use PCR technique, like DNA fingerprinting. Then if you want to classify the organism, so classification of organism. In genotyping is also PCR technique is also very important. Then prenatal diagrams, mutation screening, just as I told you, key point mutation, so for that also you can use PCR technique, right? Then drug discovery, like we have seen in our pharma and drug subject, right? So there is a how to discover the drug. So for that for that process also you can use PCR techniques. Then genetic matching, detection of pathogens. So these are the points, or you can say scopes for using this PCR, like molecular identification is the major application of this PCR techniques. Okay, then second is like sequencing. So where you can sequence, like in bioinformatics, right? Then genomic cloning, you can use this technique for sequencing, right? And human genome project is a very important application of this PCR. Then site directed mutagenesis, then gene expression study. So for this different like processes or things, you can use PCR techniques, right? So that is all about application about the PCR. Now we'll see the modifications of PCR. So there are four different modifications. Like first one is a hot start PCR. We'll see one by one. Second one is the quantitative PCR. Then reverse transcription PCR, which is means nowadays it is very important. Then nested PCR. Okay, now I'll see one by one. First one, that is a hot start PCR. Now what is actually a hot start PCR? So this modification is modified form of a PCR, right, which avoids non-specific amplification of DNA. So this is very important to think about this hot start PCR, because they avoid non-specific amplification of DNA. How they avoid this amplification, means non-specific amplification, by inactivating Taq polymerase at lower temperature. म्हणजे ते काय करतात, ते अवॉइड करतात नॉन स्पेसिफिक ॲम्प्लिफिकेशन. टॅक पॉलिमरेज हॅज व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट रोल, बिकॉज इट it is useful to add the nucleotides into that primer, and by that you'll get the new strand, right? So taq polymerase काय करतात, हे hot start PCR, they inactivating this taq polymerase at lower temperature. And if you are inactivating that enzyme, so it is not, means ultimately it avoids the non-specific amplification of DNA. So that is a important thing. In the second step, in addition to primer and Taq polymerase, we add specific antibodies to block that Taq polymerase from annealing. So in this process, what happened, they it's like in second step we have seen there is addition of primer and Taq polymerase enzyme, right? So in hot start PCR, what happens, we can add a specific antibodies, right? So by that antibodies you can block that enzyme activity from the renaturation process or from annealing. Okay, and by that you can avoid that non-specific amplification. Okay, but when there is a means when temperature is raises for amplification at 72 degrees Celsius, that is means your third step, that is extension, right? The specific antibodies detaches from the Taq polymerase and amplification begins with the greater specificity. Means at higher temperature, like we can means as I told you, you can inactivate that enzyme activity like at a lower temperature. Means any enzyme or any any biomolecules, you can say, they have a specificity, right? They are like optimum temperature, optimum pH. If you are decreasing that level or if you are increasing that level, the activity of that specific molecule will get like you can say they will inactive, right? So जसं की you can inactivate that Taq polymerase, which is more active at specific temperature, right? But if you are decreasing that temperature, so it will get inactive. But if you are increasing that temperature for amplification like 72, it will re-inform, right? तो काय होतं त्याच्या फॉर्ममध्ये येतो. सो दे कॅन स्टार्ट द ॲम्प्लिफिकेशन. सो जे काय आपण त्याला ब्लॉक केलं होतं बाय युझिंग स्पेसिफिक अँटीबॉडीज, इफ यू आर इन्क्रीजिंग दॅट टेम्परेचर ॲट 72 degrees Celsius, that specific antibodies they will detaches from that enzyme, right? And मग काय होणार आहे, जो काय ब्लॉक झालेला होता लाईक इनहिबिट झालेलं होतं, काय होणार आहे, इट विल रिस्टार्ट इट्स वर्क लाईक ॲम्प्लिफिकेशन will be start with a greater specificity. So that is about the hot start PCR technique. Okay, so here you can see in first diagram there is a Taq polymerase enzyme which is inactive. So it is bounded with the antibody, right? So in this technique what they use a specific antibodies to block that enzyme. Okay, then denature at 75 degrees Celsius, Taq will get activated. Okay, ते काय होतात, ॲक्टिवेट होतात ॲट अ स्पेसिफिक टेम्परेचर. मग अँटीबॉडी काय होणार आहे, त्यांच्यापासून लांब जाणार आहे. देन देर इज अ स्पेसिफिक PCR प्रोडक्ट इज जनरेटेड. After that means denaturation, there is a thermal cycling. So Taq polymerase amplifies desired sequences. So ते काय करतात, त्यांचं वर्क स्टार्ट करतात आणि at last will get a specific PCR product which are generated. That is about the hot start PCR, which is very easy method. In that you just remember ki they avoid a unwanted or you can say non-specific amplification of DNA. So if you want to avoid that, what you need to do, that I have explained, right? Then second modification, that is a qPCR. Q which stands for quantitative PCR. Okay, so this PCR or this modification is also known as a real time PCR, or you can also call it a real time PCR. Okay, so this real time PCR is a technique of molecular biology which is based on the PCR. So this technique is used to amplify and simultaneously detect or quantify targeted DNA molecules. So what is the use of this technique? So by this technique you can amplify DNA, you can detect or quantify targeted DNA molecules as well. Okay, so this is the new approach compared to the standard PCR, where the product of the reaction is detected at its end. Means like your ordinary PCR, we can just amplify DNA, right? But by using this technique you can detect also. So that is the difference in between ordinary or standard PCR or your qPCR, that is real time PCR or quantitative PCR. Okay, so here there are some methods like non-specific fluorescent dyes that intercalate with the any double-stranded DNA. We'll see the methods in detail. Okay, but now second is the sequence specific DNA probes, which consisting of oligonucleotides that are labeled with the fluorescent with a fluorescent reporters. Fluorescent means color, right? So which permits detection only after hybridization of a probe with its complementary sequence to quantify mRNA or non-coding RNA in a cells or tissues. Okay, so these are the methods, means like two methods in a qPCR. So here you can see Tagman probe. So you can see here there is a forward PCR primer, then fluorophore, Tagman probes, and quencher reverse PCR primer, like you can say 5' to 3' or 3' to 5', like that. So there is an amplification of say polymerization, fluorescence, how it acts on that, like probe displacement and cleavage. Your probe which you have used like fluorophore, ते काय होणार आहे, डिस्प्लेसमेंट होणार आहे, त्याची प्लेस काय होणार आहे, चेंज होणार आहे. यू कॅन सी इझिली जो की त्याला अटॅच्ड होता तो काय होणार आहे, डिस्प्लेस झाला अँड इट विल गेट क्लीव्ड. ओके, अँड रिझल्ट इज व्हॉट, कि PCR products will get separate and cleavage products will get separate. Fluorescent and your quencher, okay, they'll get separated. So that is the Tagman probe. Now fluorescent dyes, so there is a action of ASYBR green dye. So you can see in a green color. First dye in a solution emits low fluorescence, and second figure you can see there is a emission of fluorescence by binding. So it binds to that, so there is a emission of the fluorescence by बाइंडिंग. ओके, दॅट इज अ QPCR. सो QPCR मध्ये तुम्हाला लक्षात ठेवायचं आहे की इट इज द टेक्निक बाय विच यू कॅन डिटेक्ट ऑल्सो की DNA सिक्वेन्स ऑर लाईक जे काय तुम्ही ॲट दी एंड विल गेट द मीन्स न्यू जो काही फॉर्मेशन झाला आहे की बाय दिस टेक्निक यू कॅन ॲम्प्लिफाय लाईक detect and quantify targeted DNA molecule. So that is the important thing. And these two methods like fluorescent dyes that intercalate with the double stranded DNA, and sequencing specific DNA probes like Tagman probe, right, so which consisting oligonucleotides which are labeled with the fluorescent, like which is in a yellow color, right. So that fluorescent reports which permits detection only after hybridization of probe with its complementary sequence to quantify the tmRNA or non-coding RNA. So you can see there is a cleavage of products and PCR products in Tagman probe. Okay. Then third method is the reverse transcription method. Reverse transcription PCR. So in RT-PCR, RT means that is reverse transcription PCR, the RNA templates first converted to complementary DNA. Okay, जो काय RNA template असतो convert होतो complementary DNA, that is cDNA, and the uses for this conversion are reverse transcriptase enzyme. Means any reaction it requires an enzyme, right, to increase the reaction rate. So here there is a conversion of RNA to complementary DNA. So for that you need it needs a reverse transcriptase enzyme. So this complementary DNA is further used as a template for amplification of DNA by PCR technique. Okay, so म्हणजे काय होतं याच्यामध्ये जो काय complementary DNA, it can be used as a template for amplification of that DNA. Okay, so this amplification of RNA, it can be done with the help of one step PCR and two-step PCR. So you can amplify this RNA also by using one-step PCR and two-step PCR. So here you can see mRNA, then single stranded mRNA template, and there is a primer for reverse transcriptase enzyme. ओके, म्हणजे तो काय करतो त्याला कन्वर्ट करण्यासाठी यूज केला जातो, राईट. Then there is a formation of complementary DNA which is further used as a template for, means there is a synthesis of complementary DNA, right, figure. Then what happened, there is a means RNA, जे काय RNA transcriptase enzyme होता तो act होतो. Then primers, how they add into that, like similarly like processes denaturation, annealing and extension, and lastly you'll get the amplification. So how that happens, like similarly like your in this process difference is that they uses a complementary DNA as a template for amplification of DNA, right. So this RT-PCR you can step, means you can also amplify RNA, right. So for that you can use one step PCR and two step PCR, right. So how this RNA primers and reverse transcript, means they uses RNA primers, RNA transcriptase enzyme, DNA polymerase and buffer reagents they have added into that, and after that they have a non-specific primer, then reverse transcriptase enzyme, DNA polymerase and buffer reagent. So reverse transcription होणार complementary DNA plus specific primer, you will get a 2 PCR RT, so like you will get a amplified RNA. Okay, so that is about the RT-PCR, that is reverse transcription PCR. Okay, then the last modification, that is the nested PCR. So nested PCR, or you can say nested polymerase chain reaction, it is the modification of PCR which is intended to reduce the contamination. As I told you that contamination is the major disadvantage, right, because of It's sensitivity. So if by this technique you can reduce the contamination in products due to the amplification of unexpected primer binding sites. Okay, कशामुळे तुम्ही reduce करू शकतात contamination by amplification of unexpected primer binding sites. Okay, so this nested PCR utilizes two different sets of primers during two-step amplification. That is important thing about nested PCR ki they uses or they utilizes two different sets of primer. Okay, so the PCR reaction is run using the outer primers during a first cycle of amplification. Okay, which is immediately followed by a second cycle of amplification, and that will be carried out with the help of inner primers. Means they uses two different primers, right? For first cycle you can use outer primer, and for second cycle means which is immediately followed, right? So for second cycle you can use inner primers. Okay, so how they use, we'll see about it. This nested PCR is a variation of PCR. As I told you, they uses two pairs of primers to amplify that fragments of DNA, right? So the first pair primer amplify a fragment similar to the standard PCR, like ordinary, and the second pair of primers they called it a nested primers because they are in the first PCR amplification of an internal fragments, and they uses a inner primer, right? Or you can say that has major role, so they are incorporated inside the first PCR product, so that second PCR amplified fragment is shorter than the first amplification. Okay, so here you can see how it actually works. Like primer target site, you can see there is a target template, right? Then at first PCR you can see they uses first cycle मध्ये काय होतं ते outer primer use करतात. So specific product you will get and primer dimers and non-specific you can say. So in second PCR what happens, they uses a nested primer or you can say inner primers, right? So there is a nested primer, and then second with a specific nested product you will get, and no where no nested primer sites, no you won't get a PCR amplification. So it has a nest. So that is the difference between standard PCR and ordinary PCR, because ह्याच्यामध्ये काय होतात, टू व्हेरियंट्स यूज केले जातात, टू प्रायमर्स यूज केले जातात टू गेट अ amplified DNA. So if there is a nested primer, so you'll get a nested product, right? And if there is no nested site or nested primer, you don't get any nested product or no PCR amplification. Okay, here you can see more precisely, like first round मध्ये काय होतं amplification च्या, when they uses outer primers, so you'll get a first amplicon, right? Then second round मध्ये काय होतं, if they are using a inner primer, so there is a specific amplification of target complementary DNA, right? Which has like a smaller size than your first amplification, right? That is the difference. So this is all about the PCR and its modification. Okay, I hope you guys understand this technique is very familiar to all of us, right? So not that much difficult to understand, I hope. Okay, thank you.